Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese are the two names in the basketball world that have showcased their immense talent and created a lasting impression on the NCAA landscape. But these two are not just dominating the courts, but also the business world with their impressive wealth and endorsements. So today, we'll be comparing the lifestyles and possessions of Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese, giving you an inside look into the lives of these remarkable athletes. First up, let's talk about Caitlin Clark. This Iowa Hawkeye sensation has proven that she's a force to be reckoned with both on and off the court. Though there isn't a solid confirmed estimate out there, Caitlin Clark is probably worth around $5 million. Clark's talent has landed her lucrative endorsement deals with major brands like Nike, Gatorade, and State Farm, just to name a few. In fact, through these deals, she has only inspired other young girls to be the better version of themselves and never give up on their dreams. But it doesn't stop there. She's also making a difference off the court with her own NGO, the Caitlin Clark Foundation, which aims to empower youth through education, nutrition, and sport. When it comes to lifestyle, Clark keeps it classy yet humble. While she enjoys the perks of her wealth, she remains grounded and focused on her goals. Meanwhile, as for her dating life, the Iowa Hawkeye star has been dating Connor McCaffrey. Though the timeline of their relationship remains unclear, Connor and Caitlin made it Instagram official in August 2023. According to reports, the two crossed paths at the University of Iowa and began dating. Notably, both have played college basketball for the Iowa Hawkeyes and made a significant mark on the program. Now let's shift our focus to Angel Reese, the LSU Tiger sensation known as Bayou Barbie. Reese's NIL valuation skyrocketed to $1.7 million, landing her on the prestigious NIL 100 list. With endorsement deals from Reebok, Wingstop, and PlayStation, among others, Reese is making a name for herself both on and off the court. But Reese's lifestyle is a bit more extravagant. She recently shared about her lavish summer shopping spree, splurging on luxury handbags and even treating herself to a Mercedes-Benz. Also, with a massive following on Instagram, she often shares glimpses of her life with fans. She flaunts her boyfriend, Cameron Fletcher, who is also a basketball player. The duo met 6 years ago through basketball and became closer during the pandemic. They confirmed their relationship in June 2023, when Reese appeared on the One Star Recruits podcast and said, "Cameron is boyfriend, yes." However, she's not just about personal indulgence. Reese established the Angel C. Reese Foundation, aiming to empower the next generation of female athletes through education and financial literacy programs. Now, as we compare their strengths, Angel Reese's defensive and rebounding dominance meets Caitlin Clark's scoring and sharpshooting prowess, highlighting a captivating basketball duel. Here's the comparison of Angel Reese versus Caitlin Clark. Angel's energy is relentless, her motor never idling. Drawing inspiration from the great Aja Wilson, Reese dominates with her back to the basket. Yet, her game is not without its Achilles heel. A perimeter jumper remains elusive. But where words of offense end, on the other side of the spectrum, we have Caitlin Clark, a maestro of the court. Clark, a point guard prodigy, dazzles with an average of 32.3 points per game, including a 44.4% success rate from beyond the arc. With skills reminiscent of Sabrina Ionescu, Clark's repertoire is vast. Mid-range jumpers, pull-up threes, off-the-dribble shots. She's a highlight reel in human form. And let's not forget her visionary playmaking, averaging 8.7 assists per game. Despite her stature, Clark's prowess extends to the glass, grabbing 7.3 rebounds a game. Her court awareness? Unmatched. Her timing? Impeccable. Yet, every hero has their challenge, and for Clark, it's defense. Against the WNBA's elite, she'll need to bolster her guard. But make no mistake, Clark is WNBA ready, a beacon of versatility and skill. But what about the draft projection of both these star players? As the countdown to the 2024 WNBA draft ticks away, anticipation builds for what promises to be a showcase of exceptional talent, headlined by stars like Iowa's Caitlin Clark and LSU's Angel Reese. With the Women's March Madness tournament on the horizon, these athletes have a golden opportunity to cement their legacies and draft positions. This year's draft, structured in 3 rounds with 12 picks each, holds the promise of transformative talent, especially given the high-profile trades that have shuffled nearly half of the first-round picks. The consensus among experts at ESPN Beyond Women's Sports and NBA Draft Room points to a draft class brimming with potential, particularly in the case of Caitlin Clark, the prodigious guard from Iowa. Clark, the reigning college player of the year, not only dominates the scoring charts but also sets a high benchmark in assists, exemplifying her dual threat as an offensive powerhouse. Her historic 49-point night against Michigan, coupled with a remarkable 13 assists, encapsulates her collegiate journey, a blend of scoring prowess and playmaking excellence. Experts are unanimous in their prediction. Caitlin Clark is the undeniable choice for the #1 pick. Her offensive skills, characterized by her record-setting performances, position her not just as a top draft prospect, but as a transformative player for the Indiana Fever. With comparisons to basketball legends and her name etched in the NCAA record books, Clark's entry into the WNBA is highly anticipated as a moment of arrival for a generational talent. While Clark dazzles with her scoring, Angel Reese makes her mark with relentless rebounding and stalwart defense. Positioned by mock drafts as the 6th overall pick to the Washington Mystics, Reese's potential addition comes at a time of transition for the franchise. The departure of key players opens a void Reese could very well fill, bringing her exceptional defensive skills and rebounding tenacity to the forefront. The discussion around Reese pivots on how her collegiate achievements will translate to the professional level. With a knack for dominating the defensive end and a persistent presence on the boards, Reese represents the archetype of a player who can alter the dynamics of a game without necessarily lighting up the scoreboard. The draft's intrigue isn't limited to the top picks. Players like Tahina Pau and Rikia Jackson also feature prominently in first-round predictions, highlighting the depth of talent available. As teams strategize to fill specific needs, the versatility of players and their collegiate performances will be under intense scrutiny. For the Washington Mystics, the focus is on navigating their transitional phase effectively. The choice between an offensive talent with deep shooting range and a defensive powerhouse like Reese illustrates the strategic considerations that will shape the draft's outcomes. As the draft approaches, the question of fit, how these talents will mesh with their prospective teams' needs and playing styles, becomes paramount. Join us as we witness the rise of superstars. Reese and Clark, two paths intertwined in destiny, ready to make their mark on the WNBA. The future is bright, the stage is set, and history awaits. Thank you for watching. Subscribe for more insights into the game's brightest stars and the stories that make sports truly inspiring. Don't forget to shoot your shot, folks!